What's the deal, y'all? It's me, Free back again with another dry fire with me. I have no agenda. It's late. I didn't have a match at all this weekend. This is the first time in like the last maybe 3 or 4 months that I didn't have a match on the weekend, and I don't know how to act. I'm kind of having withdrawal symptoms. I think that's what you call it. But I wanted to sit and have a chat with y'all for a little bit while also doing some dry fire stuff today. I wanted to work on some reloads, so after I talk for a little bit, I'm gonna do some reloads. If this is your first time seeing me, I'm an A-class shooter in USPSA. This whole summer, I dedicated myself to shooting as many matches as I can, practicing as much as I can to get to a level where I feel like I deserved it. And I made A-class before the summer was over. So the thing about being in Michigan, when the winter hits, there's not too many outdoor matches. They got some indoor matches, but I'm a big fan of outdoor matches mostly because of the movement aspect. Standing and shooting is also good for you, but I kind of like the whole moving part and big stages and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes over the winter. But for now, I'm taking some time off of matches just to stack some more money for ammo and, you know, just practice until next season starts. Yeah, with that being said, I kind of wanted to do some reloading practice today. I haven't done too much dry fire over the past couple days, so it's currently 10-12 at night, and I will probably annoy the shit out of my neighbor with my timer, but I'm gonna do it anyway because why not? With reloads, if you're new here and you don't do too much USPSA stuff, basically from what I've learned, I'm gonna say this once again, I say it every time. I don't know everything, I won't claim to know everything. I'm just going off of what I know, and if I could teach anybody anything, it's about the stuff that I've learned so far. So I'm still in the process of learning. I'll never not be in the process of learning, and yeah, I'm just practicing what I know at this time. So what I'm doing with this basket of clothes is I'm using a soft surface to drop my magazines in because I will be working with loaded magazines. But when I say loaded magazines, I mean loaded with dummy rounds. I got a weighted dummy rounds that I like to use in my magazines, so it gives me the same feel of a loaded gun when it's in my holster. When I'm going for my draws, it has a loaded gun feel versus an unloaded gun. It's not as much weight to it. But when I do my draws, it gives me a very similar feeling of how it would be in a match setting. With reloads, my biggest thing with reloads is consistent reload is better than a fast reload for me, because my fast reloads are never consistent. It goes hand in hand. I can either do them fast and, you know, flub a couple of them every now and then, or I can do them at a medium pace and get them 9 times out of 10. So I'm finding that balance. That's the biggest thing that you'll find in competition shooting, is finding a balance between speed and actually being able to do something consistently, whether it be shooting a target or getting a reload done or any type of movement that you could think of. There's a balance between the two. So my typical practices, I try to push speed. In practice, you can get away with a lot, but obviously in matches you can't. So in practice, you want to push to those levels because you have nothing to lose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice a couple reloads. Let's just do literally a draw to the target, a trigger pull, and then a reload and a trigger pull, just like that. So I'm coming from the belt. I'll do a couple slow ones first. All right, stand by. That's a nice and smooth one that I like to do, just to build the confidence. The confidence needs to be built up a couple times before I can go balls to the wall. Stand by. There's a lot of say on where your eyes should be going after your reload. Some people say keep your eyes up. Some people say look at the mag well, look the magazine into the mag well. Do whatever gets comfortable to you, honestly. I can't tell you what to do and what not to do, honestly. There's a lot of opinions on the shooting stuff. There's some things that you can do right, some things you can do wrong, but a lot of it's objective, and whatever works for you works best for you. So I'm not one to try to cement something into somebody's head. I'm one to give someone an idea, have them try it, and if something else works better for them, the world's your oyster, bro. Just go with it. So I'll do like 3 more of these. Stand by. Stand by. I hope my neighbors forgive me, bro. I'm up making loud noises and shit. 10, 12 at night. All right, stand by. This is the last one. I've gotten a lot better at my reloads. It's just, you know, like I said, working on consistency versus trying to get as fast as you can is the hardest part about doing your reloads. If y'all hear this fan in the background, I'm sorry. This camera that we have has an issue of overheating a lot, and I'm trying to do whatever I can to get this 10 to 15 minute done without the camera overheating. So I'm sorry if y'all hear it, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Let's do one more thing. I want to do a little bit of movement with this, so I'm grabbing this ruler. I have this ruler that I like to use as a bar. So the Ben Steger bar hop drill, I'm not sure if it's Ben Steger's drill, but I've seen him do it, so I'm gonna call it the Ben Steger bar hop drill. There's a bar in the middle of here. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw, I'm gonna reload while I'm stepping over, and then aim back onto the target. So once again, draw, shoot, reload, stepping over, and then here. So it's just giving you a practice of a little bit of movement while getting a reload in versus a static movement. If I had a bigger zone to do, I would practice a run, drop mag, run, and then reload, or drop mag, run, get to position, reload. But for, you know, for the small space that I got, I'm gonna make what I got work out. So I'll do one pretty slow, see if I can get a good one in. It'll probably be a little bit awkward as I drop my whole mag on the ground. All right, stand by. It's not bad. Let's do 4 more of those. Stand by. That was a bad step over. I think with this type of drill, you either want to do a crossing motion every time, or you usually want to pick one. So the crossing motion is usually left over right, and then right behind left, or you do left over right, and then you do right over left, or you could do left behind right, and then right behind left. It's a combination of different things you can do when you're doing the bar hop. You just want to pick one, or do whatever feels most comfortable to you. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is subjective. You do what's most comfortable for you. I'm gonna do whatever is most comfortable for me at the time. So do the same thing again, do it 3 more times. Stand by. Stand by. I'm pushing speed a little bit there. I'm starting to get the mag out and get the other mag in pretty fast, but it's not as fast as I wish I would. Let's do it 2 more times. Stand by. Let's do it 1 more time. Stand by. And just like that, boom. So yeah, I kind of like to do those too, because it, you know, it's giving me a little bit of time to practice movement while not being able to move a lot. So from here, this is what I like to do. I like to push a couple for as fast as I can kind of speed, kind of uncomfortable speed. These sessions are usually longer than this, but you know, for these dry fire with me kind of things, I wanted to just give out, you know, some of the things that I do versus filming my whole 30-minute to an hour dry fire sessions, especially since I like to talk to you guys too. So this one, we're gonna do reloads at uncomfortable speeds. And by uncomfortable speeds, I mean, it doesn't make any, you don't think that this is gonna happen. Like, you're pushing to a point where you know you're gonna fail. And that's what I'm gonna try to do. So I'm actually not gonna go from the draw. I'm gonna just go from the beep while aimed at a target. And then as soon as I hear that buzzer, I'm going fast here. I'm kind of hitting it as hard as I can, coming out as fast as I can while the mag's dropping, hitting it in, getting back on target as fast as I can. My grip will be fucked up a couple times in this, so at least I have that expectation, and I know that with myself. So let's do 5 of these. Uncomfortably fast. All right, stand by. and everything explodes. It happens. It just happens. Everything is gonna explode at least once or twice during this. But you know, it's bound to happen when you're going uncomfortable speeds. So stand by. That's pretty uncomfortable. Let's do it again. Stand by. That was pretty good. Stand by. Stand by. Everything just fucking explodes. Let's get 2 more good ones. And with this too, you don't have to have a mag in your gun. I'm kind of having one in just so I can feel that feeling of the mag coming out and a new mag going in, you know, just to try to see, you know, where the timing is. But if I wanted to, I could do it like this, where I have nothing in the gun, just aiming out. Stand by. That was bad. I got stuck on there and then I rethought about my grip. But that's another good way to do it as well. So I'll do it like that again. Stand by. Stand by. Didn't get it all the way in there. And you know, I'm still learning. I'm watching a lot of people do reloads and seeing what the best technique is. If I want to keep my gun out here and then reload, or do I want to bring it in more, or you know, it's a whole lot of different routines that people do, and I'm just learning what's the best one for me. And the best one for me seems to be, you know, just a slight in, and you know, not fully turning over, but just enough to where I can angle it in and get it in just like that. I don't know if it's consistent every time, but it feels right to me. So one more. Stand by. One more. Stand by. And that's what happens, you know? Not everybody's perfect. I need to get one though, at least. At least one. Stand by. There it goes. Sometimes I surprise myself too. Like there, I think you may notice some like stutter in my representation. Sometimes it's like, I don't know if I actually got it or not, so I kind of stutter before I get it pushed back out. If I was more confident in it, I could be a lot more fast on the shot, but my confidence level is still building when it comes to reloads. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for reload's sake. I could do a wide transition. This is a video I seen from Brantley Merriam. He had kind of a similar thing going. He would go from, you know, one spot to another. He would go engage from one spot. I'll just do it. You know what? Let's go. So this inner space right here is just a buffer space to where no shooting is going to be going on. It's just going to be shooting from here. When you're going over here, you'll be reloading, and then you're shooting from here. My footwork's pretty bad right now. I don't know what the best way to do the footwork is. I guess I'll figure out as I go. And, you know, that's the best thing about shooting is, since there's no right or wrong way to do something, you just do it however you can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my gun already out. I'm not gonna drop a mag since I don't have anything to drop it in. But I'm gonna, on a beep, I'm going to start reloading while moving, get a reload in, get my position, and then engage again. So something like that. So we'll go from right to left first. Stand by. Had a bad grip on my mag. Stand by. Got a bad grip on my mag again. Let's do it again. Stand by. That's better. I also want to practice getting into position with a wider base, so stand by. Just like that. That's good. Stand by. One thing I learned too, always make sure you have a backup mag in case you do flub a reload. So you see there, I dropped the mag, and instead of going back for the drop mag, just went to the second mag that's on my belt. Works just as well. So, all right, stand by. so that thing I said about the cameras overheating, it did it again. But I think I got what I needed to get out for the most part. If you were here for the dry fire session, I really appreciate you for being here. Those 3 reloading routines are usually what I go through when I do want to practice my reloads, because they're the most beneficial for me. Instead of going to the range or practicing my reloads and shooting, reloading at home is much more beneficial for me, especially since I can use the weighted dummy rounds to, simulate actual bullets and the weight of the magazines. So I want to build a community here. I've only been doing YouTube for, less than a year, and I'm still finding my niche either outside of shooting. Since I can't be doing as many matches, I just want to build, a nice community that, would be looking forward to maybe some of the dry fire stuff and just whatever I can, honestly. I just like to do whatever I want to do. If the people want to watch, I'll be greatly appreciated, but for the time being, I just enjoy making the content. So, like I said, if you watch this whole thing, I really appreciate you. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.